Hello, hello, hello. It is me again from behind the wall. I want to say welcome to my Facebook family and friends and to my YouTube followers. I just wanted to come on tonight just to share a little bit with you. Hopefully, this will not go too long. But I did want to share a little bit with you about an experience that I had about a month ago. But before I get into that, y'all, I just want you to know that making these videos can be very hard, especially when you want to convey what what so that your listeners can understand and it can be concise and clear. But nevertheless, y'all bear with me, please, 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 and pray for me so that I can get through these and I can do what I need to do and hopefully be able to help someone, because that's the only purpose. I'm not doing this for my health or anything like that. I really do want to be able to help and share some of the things that I've experienced, so in hopes that it will benefit someone else. But anyway, last month when my daughter and grandson and I were coming from Hawaii, we had a stopover in LAX, and we connected our flight there and got on the flight coming to DFW. And I guess we've been in the air maybe about 10 minutes or so. And the pilot comes on and says that we are experiencing turbulence. Hey, we're going to turn the seatbelt sign on, stay in your seats or what have you. Then he comes back on a little later, a few minutes later or what have you. And he says, hey, I'm going to keep the seatbelt sign on. And I've radioed the pilot above me, and there's turbulence there, because you know what they do, they try to get you out of the turbulence. So he was going to fly at a higher altitude. And then he says that he radioed the pilot beneath us, and there's turbulence there. So it's going to be about 15 minutes, he says, and we're going to ride it out. Seems like the longest 15 minutes of my life. But anyway, I remember thinking prior to his coming on, saying that about the twins, because they didn't travel with us on this trip. And I was thinking, man, do they remember if something happens? You just thoughts come to your mind. That's what came to my mind. Do they remember where everything is? I've shown them where all the documents are. And this girl here, she knows where the documents are, but she's with me. So I was just thinking about all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I began to think about how the turbulence was above us, it was beneath us, and we were in the middle riding through it. And I want to say to you today that you are in the right place. You are not out of place, because you may be experiencing some turbulence. You may not be experiencing turbulence, but even if you're experiencing some bliss and happiness, you're in the right place. If it seems bleak or a little bit eerie where you are, you're in the right place. Whether that place is because of choices we've made, it doesn't matter. You're right where you're supposed to be in this time. The pilot was trying to get us out of the turbulence, but there was no recourse, because the route was either up or down, higher or lower altitude, or ride it out in the middle. And we made it out of it. But I just began to think about, sometimes as people, we have a tendency with our thoughts to think that we're in an awkward place or in a wrong place because of the awkwardness of the place that we're in, or because of what we're experiencing. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you're in not where you're supposed to be. I have been in places where I haven't experienced any turbulence or any kind of shakiness, but it was the wrong place. I found out, it was the wrong place. So we neither can be an indication. And just because you may be in a turbulent place, that doesn't mean that you've done something wrong, or that that things that you're not supposed to be there, because many times things come just to kind of help us along the path, just so we can have those experiences. We can help somebody else. We just never know. As a matter of fact, I had a friend, a sweet, sweet friend of mine, who messaged me the other day. And I guess something that she had seen, and she decided to share it with me. But it said something to the effect that, what if what you're going through now has everything to do with what you asked for, what you desired, what you dreamed, Oh, it's a dangerous thing to have a dream, because with that comes all kinds of other stuff. So to have a promise, or, to have some kind of unctioning in you to want to do something else. So it just very well could be that you are in that place because of what you desired, and you're not gonna come out unscathed from these things, because that's life. We do get little scrapes, and we get little nicks and all these kinds of things. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to come out good on the other side. And a lot of times, the turbulence we feel, it really is in our thoughts. Last night, I was keeping my grandson over at his mom's place, and I was vacuuming and took the vacuum out, and generally what happens is he runs and he gets scared. And that's not the first time I've seen kids act like that, because it seems like I remember the twins being that way too. And I sat down afterwards and I was thinking, I said, why do kids do that? I really, because I don't know, those of you who know me probably know this about me. Whenever I experience something, or if I'm watching TV, or it can be anything, I don't take that stuff lightly. I'm always trying, and maybe it's that Virgo overthinking things in some instances, maybe so, but I always try to see what is the learning I can get out of that. So anyway, I sat down and I was thinking about, why do kids do that? And I began to think, it came to me that it has nothing to do with the vacuum cleaner itself, but it has to do with the loud sound, in which we could put that together. I figured, I guess, but what is it about the sound? Sometimes the sound is the sound of something can bring you more torture and more terror than what really is there. So it's that loudness, that roaring sound that the vacuum cleaner makes. And it's interesting because when TJ was a baby, the fan, Sherry would find little YouTube videos, and it would play a fan, and the roaring and turning of that fan was comforting to him. So it's really kind of funny how that works, but it's the loudness of the sound. And I thought about, if we could silence the sound of our thoughts that are coming at us and attacking us when we're in turbulent times, because sometimes there's no way out of the situation we're in, but it's our thoughts that really, really overtake us and cause us to be in a worse way than what we probably would be. TJ, actually, I had him go and walk along with me with the vacuum cleaner. And then when I pulled the vacuum cleaner out again tonight, because he had wasted some food, y'all, that boy, and I got that up, and he didn't even budge. It was like the sound, just from that quick instance, having him walk with me last night, and then tonight, nothing. He didn't even respond the same way. So if we could learn to silence the sound of our thoughts that make us scared, or that make us think we're not going to make it out of this, or to make us think that, oh, this happened to Jan, it's going to happen to me too. Oh, you heard about Bob and Mary, their marriage didn't last, it's going to happen to me too. Oh, my first and my second marriage didn't work, and my third one won't work either. So it's so many things that attack us. Oh, my mama got sick from this, I'm going to get sick also from the same kind of thing. That doesn't have to be your story. I can hear my friend saying that to me. Your story, those people's story does not have to be your story. That is not the narrative. So we have to learn to silence our thoughts, and to realize that whatever place we're in, wherever we are, that it's very likely that we're supposed to be there. And then if we've asked for some things, as my friend sent me that little thing and said that to me, if we've asked for some things, then there's probably a different road and path and things along that path that I may have to deal with, because I don't know what the thing I asked for is going to require. I don't know what I'm going to run up against. So be encouraged today. And know that you can't, I want to say tonight, but be encouraged tonight, today, whenever you're listening to this, to know that you are in a good place. Don't be discouraged. Don't be dismayed about what you see. Hold fast to what you know. Keep your head up. Learn to work with your thoughts as much as possible. Build yourself up in whatever way you need to. However you need to do that, encourage yourself and be around people who are encouraging. Allow others to come into your circle who are building you, not taking away from you, not sifting and making withdrawals and never depositing anything in you. So we need to learn to be mindful of that, and just kind of keep that in front of you. And as I close, because I'm into 10 minutes, over 10 minutes, I generally do not like to go that long, but just to know that you are all is well and that you are going to be good. Ride through the turbulence. You can't escape it. Doesn't matter where we think we are in life, whether we think we high, low, medium, whatever it may be. We're not going to escape the turbulence, but we do have the tools, and we do have some things that we can use to help us ride through it and to come out good on the other side. So hold on to what you know. Be good to yourself so that you can be good to others. I'm really big on that. Love yourself so that you can love others. So I want to say good night tonight. I hope I've said something that you can benefit from, and that you can, use and just get a little nugget, if no more than that. I'm just planting. One is planting. Somebody else may come along and water it. But I do know that I needed to get this out because it's been coming up in a few things that I've been reading and listening to and watching. Sometimes, like I told you, I learn even from TV programs. And it's amazing sometimes the things that you can hear and see on different shows and what have you. So keep your head up. Do what you need to do. And I will talk to you soon. I love you. I love you. I love you. Take care.